Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of my Skyrim Let's Play. Um, we're back onto the Orc Survivalist build that I have been working on. Let's see here. So this here is a character so far. He is a Orc. His name is Azog, and so I've done a little bit of expanding on the backstory to kind of give you an idea of what the goal is for this character. So Azog is the second and favorite son of a great war chief of a stronghold in Cyrodiil. A strong warrior and well liked by the people of the stronghold, everyone was convinced that he would one day take his father's throne. His father, proud of his son's accomplishments, was looking forward to the day that his younger son would challenge him. However, that day never came, because the crafty older son had a plan. Using some underhanded tricks, he bested his father in open combat and slew him in front of the entire tribe. Fearful that his younger brother would take this affront and challenge him for his newly acquired throne, he preemptively banished Azog from the stronghold. Azog, wandering the wilderness, had lost his former honor by not first challenging his father or his brother. He found he was uniquely gifted for living off the land, uniquely gifted for living off the land. Searching for a way to earn back his honor, he heard of a group of warriors in Skyrim that have learned to tame the beasts in their hearts. They joined together to fight for honor and glory. Interested, he set off to ask these warriors to allow him to join. And that's where he set upon a skirmish between the Imperials and the Stormcloaks. Being taken as a rebel by the Imperials, he was arrested and put onto the back of the cart and carted off to Helgen to be executed. So that's kind of the backstory of Azog. That's what the whole kind of idea behind the build is. So now we're going to be able to take that and play with it.
There's beauty here, unmatched, and he's a bard.
What's your problem with Sven?
So he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope.
You're right. When have words ever inspired feelings of love?
I don't need your jokes right now. But maybe you have a point. Maybe Camilla needs some help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly.
Sure, why not?
All right then.
So, this classic struggle between Sven and Faendal. Personally, I tend to side with Faendal because he is 100% just much more valuable as a companion.
Mara bless you for agreeing to help. Another poem. What's this? If that oaf thinks all I'm going to do is stay in that filthy house of his and clean, You can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore. Good luck.
So there is one kind of benefit if you decide to side with Sven. Yeah, he does become a companion for you. However, like I said, he's... Sven is just... I think Faendal is markedly better. But the one thing that Sven has going for him is that in his house, he has a ton, and I mean a ton, of garlic.
Riverwood's agreeable enough,
which
I suppose.
is great
if you're
doing
Please,
a lot.
take
If you're
this.
planning on doing
Some
a lot of
gold I've
alchemy,
saved up
because
from
you can
working
make
at
the
the mill.
salmon rogue garlic potions, which just tends to
Lead the
cost.
way.
It's just the most expensive potion in the game. It also gives you the most experience.
Still here.
But you can get garlic in other ways, just as much garlic in other ways that you don't really need the extra that Sven offers.
What do you want me to carry?
Need to trade some things with you. I want the key to Faendal's house. Because we're gonna loot his house to see if we can get some more money in our pockets. Because as we're looking right now, we're 617 gold. So Sven tends to have some pretty good stuff in here that we can take and make use of. very first thing is take the ingredients. Lots of Elixir in here, which we will use to make some fortified archery potions. There, okay, we'll take the wine bottles. All alcohol bottles are worth grabbing because they sell for so much. Lockpick, 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 push our minor magicka. Over here, we'll grab the Sabre cat pelts. I believe I already have, I do not have a hunting bow, so let's grab the hunting bow. Okay. Potatoes. The rest of that can stay. Oh, salmon. Is there another salmon in there? Yes, salmon. So salmon meat is the other food kind of item of choice. The salmon steak. I just feel that the two of those together, the potato soup, or sorry, the vegetable soup and the salmon steak, should pretty much cover all your bases when it comes to your food needs. Salmon steak is very easy to get a hold of, and then when we go fishing for salmon roe, it actually just plays a very good part. We'll just have so much salmon meat that we won't know what to do with. Okay, and then we'll come over here and offload, make sure that we're
or deal some damage.
Get rid of that longbow, we don't need it anymore. We'll keep that because we're going to disenchant it, keep the leather, there we go.
Alright.
No point in upgrading into leather armor because I'm gonna move into fur here soon.
The sooner you find... Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Sell off the Alta wine, leave the Blackbriar mead, leave the honey brew mead. We'll need both of those. Okay. And there we go. There we have it. Now we can get started on doing some exploring. We are still well rested. We are well fed. We are warm. So let's go ahead and get this taken care of. So the very first thing that I want to do, before I get to too high a level, I want to make my way to Falkreath, because I want to give the Jarl the Blackbriar mead. He gives us some potions for it. The potions really aren't the whole point of the aren't really necessary, but I feel like waiting for him to send us the note to go down there is just a little excessive. I feel like we can just go ahead and give him the Blackbriar mead and get that started and not have to worry about it. I did want to go to alteration, favorite that, illusion, favorite that, just in case. Go ahead and do this right here. We need some healing. I knew this fight was going to be a little... It's crazy how strong 3 wolves are on legendary difficulty. Like, ouch! It also doesn't help. I don't think I used it yet. I may already have. Grab the wolf belts, the steel arrows.
I've not used my perks yet. Okay, so we're going to put a perk into Alteration, so that we can cast Oak Flesh for less magicka. And we're going to put a perk into One-Handed. Okay, we are going to hit Ember Shard Mine, but first we're going to go to Falkreath, because he may give that to us as a quest, which I feel would be more beneficial instead of doing it and then him giving us, like, it basically is like a 100% chance at that point that he gives us Knife Point Ridge. So if we can, we're going to clear that, but if we can get the quest counter for it as well first, it makes it beneficial, I think. I will try to get all blue butterflies that I see. Excuse me. I hate spam calls. Okay, so these guys up here are the bad guys, or the bandits that I was mentioning about earlier. So we're gonna go up here and take these guys out. That should give me a full set of fur armor, and if we're lucky, give me a axe. Oop.
Figure out which college he meant. Ain't this a surprise?
He does have an iron axe, so
Come here.
we want to avoid the heavy armored dude. Or no, not the heavy armored dude, that dude. Yeah, we didn't want to grab this guy's attention because those two-handed weapon dudes will just destroy you if you are not careful. Good job, Basel. Grab that. I don't want to seal mace. I don't want that for armor. We'll grab the hydration. Definitely grab the fur. There we go. We want that for armor. But he did not have fur bracers. That's unfortunate. Okay, so this fur armor, the reason why we went this fur armor and not the other one. As you can see here, this fur armor, the warmth rating on it is 17. Armor rating's 25, weight limit 6. That's pretty much the same all the way across. But the warmth rating being 17, that's the major difference. Since we are playing on survival mode, I want the warmest armors available. So that's the reason why you want this one, which has a warmth of 54. That's twice the warmth armor of that for armor. And then fur shoes, 24 versus 13. And the same goes for like the fur bracers, also offer 24 versus 13, which is why you would want to go with those as well. So there we go. Now we're almost finished. We just need to get the fur bracers, and then we'll be good to go. Come up here. We'll grab the black mage robes. The other benefit of walking to Falkreath is that we'll be able to disenchant all my enchanted goods without having to break into Anissa's cabin. This here is a one-handed fighting skill book. I am not going to pick that up right now because I want to be able to use those once we get our one-handed up to like level 95 or something like that. That way we don't have to sit here and grind our one-handed, which
once you get up that high, it takes like, I mean, it takes so many hits. There is a dead deer here to the side. We'll go ahead and loot that, grab everything there. Hunters be leaving their prey all out. Blue butterfly. Blue butterfly. Hope I didn't necessarily need the thistle, I just wanted the blue butterfly. Some more gold. Oh shoot! That hurt. Let's grab oak flesh. Jesus. Woo! That was close. I don't think I was fully healed at the beginning of that. Did I grab that guy's thorax? I don't think I did. No, I definitely didn't. There we go. Now we've got two axes. We're gonna make this one. We're gonna make this two. We're gonna make this three. There we go. Probably go ahead and favorite that. So like I said, we're not going to be doing a whole lot of hunting in the beginning. Like, you are technically a hunter, but or the character is a hunter, but he only hunts when he needs to. And I think we're pretty much good right now. We'll be attacked by enough to start out with that I don't think we'll need to actively hunt yet. There's some bandits up here. They're attacking the wandering minstrel. We'll come over here and save him. Or help save him. Studded armor, that's all stuff that sells. Studded armor.
Hello there, fellow traveler.
Someone there?
There's another hunter. They do nothing but hunt the entire time. If they see any animals, they just go for it. I'm a hunter, but I'm not a wasteful hunter. Let's go take care of this skeleton here. Oh, wow, that hit hard. Oh shit, there's another one. Excuse my French.
See you in pieces.
Deal with both of them. They were up here in this graveyard. Gotta love how skeletons just come out of the grave. Yeah! Skyrim, folks. Okay, that leads down to Pine Watch, I think? Or no, yeah, that's west. I want to go south. I want to go forward. Give me a second. It's one of my alarms for some reason. Sorry about that. I do believe inside there. Fairly certain there's a. Yep, there it is. There's Ferbracious I was looking for, but I do not want to mess with that elemental. Those things, oh my goodness, they just, the Spriggan elementals, they will destroy you at this level. You don't want to mess with them until you get some higher magic resist, and they're just not fun to deal with. Let's go ahead and put those fur braces on. There we go. Now all we're missing is a fur helmet. Welcome to Falkreath.
Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe.
So we're gonna go straight up here to the Jarl's Longhouse. We're gonna talk to him.
Yes? What is it that you want?
You're the Jarl. I'm looking for work.
Work? I demand tribute before you can be considered for any real tasks.
Well, that's unfortunate.
How about drink? None of that local piss. Real Blackbriar mead, fresh from Riften.
Sounds like an abuse of your power, but hey, I'll bring it to you.
You better. I hate people who waste my time.
Well, great. It just so happens that I have it right here.
Now that's what I like to see. Someone who gets things done. Here, a little something for you.
And like I said, you get 3 potions for it. But the big thing is do you have any more
You've
work?
proven reliable. There's a group of bandits in my hold that I may have had a few discreet dealings with. The cut they were giving me was good at first, but now it's time to clean things up. Go and take care of it.
It will be done.
Good.
Okay. Cool. So that's what I was hoping for, is to kill the leader of Embershard. There's like a 50-50 chance that it ends up being Ember Shard or Knife Point Ridge. So since we were planning on doing Ember Shard anyway, this just allows us to kill two birds with one stone. How did you become a
My
Jarl
uncle
so young?
Dengir was Jarl until a short time ago. His old age and failing health caught up with him, and he stepped down. He now serves us honorably as Thane, and to the great benefit of the Hold, I now serve as Jarl.
Does your inexperience make your job difficult?
Difficult? I'm a Jarl. I eat the most succulent meat, drink the finest ale, and hunt with the best hounds in the Hold. Meanwhile, my very capable steward sees to the needs of the small folk, and ensures that my Hold runs smoothly.
So what is it that
Being
you
a
actually
Jarl
do?
could hardly be simpler. You should try it sometime.
Okay.
Execute
so that
every
takes
last bandit.
everything out
Spare no
there.
one.
That's a Jarl's room. There is actually a skill book in there that we may
I'm
end
the
up
steward
getting,
here.
getting
I served under
eventually.
Jarl Siggeir and Jarl Dengir before him.
I'm looking for
I protect the Jarl, whoever that
Arcane
might be.
Enchanter. Could have swore there was one in here somewhere.
Siggeir can sometimes act too quickly, but he does listen to Helvard and I.
Oh. I could have swore there was one in here. I guess not. That's unfortunate.
Falkreath Cemetery reminds us that war is not new.
Let's see here. Is this guy out here cutting wood? He is not. So let's go ahead and rest for an hour. Or for the night. We'll get some rest. Not in here either. I could have sworn there was an arcane enchanter.
I
in
escaped
Falkreath.
fighting in Cyrodiil, only to have it. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your
you.
room. Right this way.
It's only 2 p.m. We'll sleep for... Let's go ahead and get the full... Get the full 18. Another point to one-handed. Yeah, there is an arcane enchanter in Falkreath.
Let me know if there's anything else.
The
you
Yar's
need.
Longhouse. Ooh, I'm getting really hungry now. Let's go food. Go seared slaughterfish.
Sure spoons. Handsome man in Falkreath.
Okay.
A strong drink will chase off that chill in the air.
This lady has some extra special tastes. So did I just miss it? Because it's saying there's one. There it is. How did I miss it? I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and disenchant. We'll disenchant those. Disenchant that. Disenchant that. And disenchant that. We'll probably, yeah, we'll go ahead and go get another one. before that, though, we're gonna run. We're gonna talk to this guy because he's gonna have us take some
Unless you
ashes.
I just finished, Skip. Could you deliver the ashes to Runil?
I'd be
Thank
honored.
you.
That gives us a little bit of extra gold.
I can't believe we let provincials like you wander Skyrim.
Let me know. I might have it
Racist
stored away.
prick.
Well met. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Sell all these things here.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Keep that for a second. Okay, that's everything.
Steal anything from my
Okay, then we'll come down over here.
The god Orkust is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. I take care of the shrine.
I have a delivery from Thadgeir.
Ah, Barrett's ashes. He was a good man. Not many warriors grow to a fine old age. Thank you for bringing this to me. I'll make sure he gets his rights. Here, for your trouble.
And while we're here, we're going to talk to this guy here.
A sad time. Our daughter, our little girl. She hadn't seen her 10th winter. He ripped her apart, like a saber cat tears a deer. We barely found enough of her to bury.
Who did this evil act?
Sinding came through as a laborer. Seemed like a decent man. He's stewing in the pit while we figure out what to do with him. If you've got the stomach to look at him, what could drive a man to do something like this?
I just don't understand what kind of man does that. War is not new to Falkreath. May the spirit of Levit...
Alright, we are peckish, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that. And then we'll go ahead and go and sleep for an hour. We'll get this level up. We're getting close to our 150. Dual wielding makes sense. Light armor makes sense. Enchanting, not quite yet. I think we'll go ahead and do the dual wielding. So, this one, it allows dual wield attacks for 20% faster. That means that you're able to dish out more DPS. Which I think has more benefit to us right now than to a 20% bump in enchanting. Alright, we'll come up around this way, go back to, or we'll hit Ember Shard. Before that, however, we will group through. I don't really need to run him yet. I know where it's at. 109. What's my 1215? Yeah, we'll go this way. I'm not going to go speak to Sinding yet because I don't want to get the Ring of Hearsing just yet. Because it just, basically the Ring of Hearsing is cursed. So once it's put on, you can't take it off until the curse is removed. And the curse is that you will randomly transform into a werewolf. Which normally that would not be a like absolutely horrible thing. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. That would not be an absolutely horrible thing. However, since we're still going to be doing a lot of work in and around villages, not being able to control your transformations for a while could pose some problem. They're gonna drop some rocks in at me. Nope. Let's run through that. We'll come up here. Let them shoot at me. Take this one out first. Oh. I didn't mean to take his. He fell down. I didn't mean to take his bow because I've already got a hunting bow and it doesn't really fit the need. It doesn't fit the criteria for the weight to value ratio, so we'll go ahead and drop that. You just got to be extra careful, especially in the early game, about what you pick up. Ingredients are always pretty much worth it, as long as they're ingredients that you're going to be able to use. For example, like I pick up a lot of blue mountain flower. You can mix blue mountain flower with hanging moss and with lavender, which there are easy ways to get a bunch of all of these ingredients.
Quit your belly aching.
Fine watch.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters are in Solitude.
Not a chance. You guys tried to chop off my head. So yeah, blue mountain flower, hanging moss, and lavender make a fairly expensive potion that you can sell and level up your... whoa, what's coming at me? And from where? I see the elk. Oh, nope, Sabre Cat. He's fighting. Ah! These guys are companions. I've never seen them out here.
Question? There are always. Who cares who worships what dead god? Give me something to... I don't know if you're capable, and I don't have time to find out. If Kodlak will vouch for you, I might have some work you could do.
Oh, cool. I've never seen them out here before.
Right.
That's awesome. That's a nice random encounter that I've never had happen. Like I said, I've put well over 5,000 hours into this game, and this game still gives me new things to look forward to. So, I love this game. I really do. Lots of bees through here. Uh-oh. I didn't realize that this was one of the trap ones. Okay. Good thing companions come and help me out.
You're dead.
That it? That's your best? I swear I'll kill you.
Owie.
It's nothing. Mercy.
No mercy for you. Ah. Yeah, I didn't realize that was a trap chest. So there are certain chests that if you activate them, try to lockpick them, then immediately the bandits come back and start attacking you, and that's what happened there. So they weren't there before I tried to lockpick the chest, and as soon as I tried to lockpick the chest, they spawned. So now that they're taken care of, I can come through and grab all their stuff here. Mr. Ward, yes. Hide boots, I can take that to sell. I'm not sure what that's a skill book of. So I'm probably going to quick save first before picking it up. I'm only worried about the skill, really, I'm only worried about not picking up the skill books in skills that I'm going to try to level up, at least try to get to level 100. So, like I don't want to pick up archery, one-handed, alteration, restoration. I may not even take restoration to 100, or 100, I don't even think I really need to go that high in it. So, quick save, and let's pick this up. Light armor. I mean, that's alright. Light armor, it's a passive level up skill, so that's one that you're going to level up as you're attacked and stuff. I don't need to really focus hardcore on getting that up to level 100. Okay, this is going to take me up through Helgen. It's not had time to respawn yet, so I don't think I'll have to worry about bandits or anything up here. You just kind of see the destruction that went into this place. See, this always catches me off guard. Before, while your health is regenerating, the bar always stays there, but since your health doesn't regenerate, it just kind of hides itself. So that's what almost got me killed that one time, is I didn't realize that I was still at lower health. There's Bleak Falls Barrow. We'll be hitting that eventually here soon. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to look at on video length on this, because I'd rather not have a whole bunch of videos but not really do a lot in them. So I'm thinking that I want to go... Like, I'm not super worried about the length of the video. If the video is 3 hours long, you guys, I mean, I feel like you guys can just, if there's a dry spell, you guys can kind of like push through it, or speed up the video during those times and be able to watch through it a lot faster than I can play it. So I'm not necessarily super worried. I just want to play the game and have fun. So I'm not going to really
monitor the length of my videos. If I get a 3-hour long video, then I get a 3-hour long video. That's how much I play that day. If I split it up into two hour and a half long sessions, then I'll split the videos into two and just have fun with it. So we're going to come down here, we're going to take care of Emperor Shard Mine. Now, we're going to come up here and deal with this guy first. Or this gal.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Take her out of the equation. Boom. Grab her lockpick, Normie, gold necklace, studded armor. Now, some of you may not know, the exit for Ember Shard Mine is just over in that direction. And if you go in that exit, you'll have the final 3 people that you have to beat there. You'll have the guy who's by the gate that you'll have to beat. But there's 2 guys that spawn after the gate drops that will not be there if you go in through this section. But if you go in through here, you'll have to fight all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 8 guys that you'll have to fight if you come in through this way. We're gonna go ahead and come in through this way. But if you're worried about fighting everybody, especially on legendary difficulty, then you do have the option to not allow the 2 that come out from there to spawn. Faendal, take the brunt.
Be careful.
Oh, that hurts. We'll use that. Faendal's hurt. It did take care of that guy for us, so take him out of the equation. Usually by now I've already picked up a steel sword, which is kind of impressive that I haven't found one yet. Not close to level up yet. I will get all this iron ore, but I'm gonna clear before I loot. I'll loot the bodies, but I'm not gonna get all the iron until after I've cleared the mine. Clear the mine of all hostiles first. Faendal,
I'm right
let's
behind you.
give you some armor.
What do you want me to carry?
We're over here hoarding all this armor, and Mr. Faendal is just sitting there without. So we'll give him hide armor, hide boots, hide bracers. Studded 25, 22, and actually let's give him the studded armor.
Lead on.
There you go, now you got some protection there, friend. We'll come down here. Yeah, we want to come all the way down here. We want to kind of separate these 2 guys so that we can fight them individually. He knows we're here. He's got a steel war axe too. We finally got our steel war axe. So that takes him out. We'll grab that steel war axe. And that gives us a small upgrade. now we're doing a little bit more damage. Take him out. Then we got the level up, so we'll go ahead and rest for an hour. Now we've got all 5 points into Magicka, so now we're going to do the 3 to 2. So it'll be 3 health and 2 stamina. We'll go ahead and put that in. Let's get the alteration dual casting. Because now I've got the extra Magicka, I'll be able to. I should be able to dual cast. Yes, I can. Perfect. And then that will give me the extra 40 armor for 2 minutes instead of just 60 seconds. Come out with that.
It's nothing.
So I think it's kind of funny, like the orcs inside Skyrim always go like, no one bests an orc. Well, the funny thing is, I'm an orc too, so technically we all should just be like clashing against each other forever. Give me a second, that's a phone call. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Yeah, so I grabbed the stuff, looted all that out. Come up here. I keep hitting that instead of the escape. Why is it? Oh, because it took oak flesh off as 1. There. Come down here, we'll take this guy on.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Get this lady on. Oh, shoot. Dang it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen a lot. That's unfortunate. That's alright. At least it's not like a complete restart. So yeah, I'm aware that I'm gonna die. I mean, I'm gonna die a lot throughout this series. The survival mode just makes things so much more difficult than normal.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend. You'll need to do better than that.
Take him out. Come on, Pedro. Okay. Make sure we're good. Throw this guy up here.
What was that?
This way we're dealing with them as close to one at a time as we can.
I guess I was just hearing.
Oh, come on. I'm right here, dude. Right here. Come on.
Wow. Would you look at that?
Thought I heard something.
There I am.
That's all you got?
Take care of her first. This person out.
Time to end this little game.
Oh, why would you come right for me?
I'll rip your heart out! Damn you!
What are you doing?
sort through everything once we're done. We'll just kind of get through everything first. Wife just got home. I'm gonna turn off sound for a little bit, but I'll keep it going. Okay, so I'm gonna go sell off some of this stuff, and then we'll come back and grab the iron ore. I don't want to over-encumber and then not be able to get all of it, so we'll go sell off the sellable stuff, and then come back and sweep it for ore. Hanging moss, there was one up here. Jump on this table, jump across, grab it there, and then there's one down there. Out of the lavender, hanging moss, and blue mountain flower potions, hanging moss is going to be the hardest one to find a lot of. Between blue mountain flower and lavender, you just find a ton, I mean a literal ton of that all around Riverwood. But it's kind of hard to find the rest of that. The hanging moss. That one's a little bit more difficult to find. Grabbing up all this Moritapinalia. I believe it's Moritapinalia. I have to look up that potion again. It's another sale potion. I think it's Moritapinalia, Dragon's Tongue, and Fly Amanita is another good for sale potion. We'll talk to Alvor first. Sell off the stuff.
Poppus isn't too friendly.
Whatever you need. The finest weapons and armor.
Sell off one of the old war axes. Thingdall keep that armor for now. He's going to be with us for a little bit longer.
Someday, I'm going to forge my own sword.
Show those. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Don't really need that. that gives us about
Till
almost
next time.
about 75, 73 weight, carry weight change.
Papa says I'm not ready for weapons.
Which will allow me to get all the iron ore at Invershard Mine and the surrounding ore veins.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch.
You're that visitor been poking around.
Let's see if we can use this.
We drink to our youth. Today's come and gone.
So yeah, like I said, Blue Mountain Flower. I don't have any lavender yet, do I? Nope. So we won't do that just yet. We're gonna go.
Drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. The blood and our steel, we will take back our home.
Spider egg. These are some potions that we'll need. Not necessarily need, but these are some potions that are beneficial for us. Potions of fortified archery. Garlic we have. We don't have salmon roe. We don't have Nordic barnacle. We'll get those.
But this land is ours, and we'll see it
I think that pretty much takes what we need for there for now.
Our hopes and our dreams. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who gave right.
What time is it?
The White Run from Old Wolf instead.
6:36.
And the braggart did swagger and brandish blade.
I mean, so that gets us started. Let's go ahead and go back. We'll get all the iron ingots and stuff like that, and then we will come back through. And I think it will be time to go to Whiterun. I don't want to go to Bleak Falls Barrow just yet. So we'll go up to Whiterun. Do some stuff around there. Go ahead and get our smithing going. And then we will temporarily use a dump barrel in Whiterun to hold all of our smithing and stuff. That way we're not carting all that crud around. Because I don't think there's really a need to uselessly cart it around. I'll have to do some research. I know there's a safe chest in the Companion's mead hall in Jorvaskr, so I'll do some looking and find out which chest is safe to store in, and that's probably where I'll store most of my gear until I eventually get a house. I want to torture you all and just make you watch me mine. It's going to be a solid 3 minutes of mining. so money's never really like a super issue. Any like Skyrim player worth his salt becomes filthy rich within, I mean, I'd say the first 5 hours of gameplay, he's just filthy rich. So the survival mode just makes it where you have to be more conscious on what you're grabbing. So you want to grab things with higher value rather than just grab and hoard everything. And at this point, like, I'm not even 100% sure what we're going to do with all the money. Like, the guild, or the build is basically going to be a survivalist build, so he's going to rely on himself more than anything else. I think, like, the biggest thing he'll have to buy is, like, soul gems and stuff like that to kind of fuel his enchanting. So eventually I think that will be the what takes up the majority of our funds. But he's not really, like, he's not buying a lot of skill training. I mean, he will buy skill training, but not like a lot. Not excessively. Alright, so that takes care of all that. Now we're going to hit a couple of these ore veins that are out here. There's 2 here. There's 2 by Anis's cabin, and I think that will be it. So I thought about it, and the Savior's Hide in here seems green. The Savior's Hide, I've done a little bit of research. In survival mode, the Savior's Hide only gives 24. So it doesn't give a lot of warmth protection. However, it does give a 25% resistance to magicka, and then since we're going to be picking up the Lordstone here soon, I just think it's going to be very beneficial for us to look at Savior's Hide. I think we're going to have to get it, as well as, and for the build, I definitely want the Ring of Piercing. So, like I said, it's kind of an exploit that you get both of them, or that you can get both of them. But at this point, I think I want them both, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. The other option is to not do it, and then you guys flame me because it's like, you know, you could have had both. Like, why didn't you just go ahead and do both? And that's why I'm not gonna. Here. I do think it's like a giant oversight that they didn't put a smelter in Riverwood. I feel like having the mine so close, like the smelter would have been a very good add for Riverwood instead of making us have to cart all the way to White Run to use a smelter. That's all the iron ore. So the benefit of doing that, even though I don't see anybody that can aggro me, if you use oak flesh, you can use it kind of as a detective system. And so, for example, if I go over here to my alteration, right now my alteration is kind of low, so it probably won't do much. But once it gets high enough into the amount of experience that I have in alteration, if somebody is, let's say there's somebody up here that's going to aggro me, as soon as they do, my alteration will level up, which will alert me that there is an enemy nearby, which is nice. Haven't we gotten this yet? Got a bunch of more tapping out now, which is very nice. I'll be able to turn that into cash fairly easily. So now that we got all that done, we can come over here. We'll go ahead and rest for the night at the inn, and we'll head over to Whiterun on the next play, or on the next episode.
I'm the innkeeper. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thank you.
We don't get a lot of travelers here in Riverwood.
So there we go. There we have it. The next episode, we're going to travel down through here, cross over, follow down this line, cross over again, or actually come down through here, come down through here, cross over this way, and we're going to enter Whiterun. There's going to be some wolves that we'll take care of through here. There may be a random encounter up through here, and then there's a giant fighting some companions up here. We'll go and we'll meet Ayla the Huntress. After that, we'll go and we'll dump our stuff at Yorbasker, and we'll do some smithing up. We'll get some iron daggers going so we can get our smithing going, and then we will start working with some companions. That'll be the next step. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Another hour and 20-minute video, so not too bad. I feel like the next one's probably going to be a little bit longer. So let's have some fun. And again, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any ideas for something to do or items that we should get. I'm not very familiar with the Creation Club content, so if you're familiar with that, then feel free to let me know what we can look at. I do think our next big purchase is going to be a horse, because not having fast travel kind of sucks. So we're gonna have a horse to try to get around a little bit faster. So again, thank you, appreciate you, and hopefully you'll join me for the next one.
Every